24th meeting all time between these teams. And the Cy-Hawk rivalry is underway as Iowa controls the tip. Trying to do so for a third time in her career. Clark, a three is good. And Caitlin Clark starts it exactly as you'd expect. So Grady.
You see just a little bit of a screen barely, and Dew is right there, but
Clark, a sidestepping three of her own. Back iron, no. Long board Davis, right back to Clark. Clark on the attack, can't scoop it in. The follow is good from Goodman. Freshman Addie Brown, Iowa State relies on their freshman. Here's Jones. Jones across her body, gets denied. 5 to shoot. The flip is good. But we know it can be a serious threat from three. Clark finds a lot of space and connects from downtown.
And Caitlin Clark just coming off of the screen. You cannot just leave.
Iowa's missed 5 straight shots. Here's Martin trying the drive, spinning, fading, and hitting. The player who's considered the glue of this team. That leaning jumper is good. Confident stroke from Hannah Bellinger.
Don't want your eyes to wander anywhere else.
Marshall tumbles. The freshman will fire from straight on. Addie Brown ties it at 10.
Woman 6'2", has a great stroke from both outside and then good post moves on the interior.
Clark in the mid-range, sure, plus the foul. Yeah, was much more focused on trying to get her first career win in this building. You saw she'd be the fastest as that three is good. Off to a really strong start after weathering an early flurry from Clark, and Iowa Crooks puts Iowa State in front. So far they have not for Iowa. Bellinger bounces, taken away by a Falter. Sydney Falter up ahead, Davis flags it down and lays it in. Stops, dishes, near box, still with plenty of time to operate. Back to Clark, her three is good. 12 points in this opening quarter. Here's Clark. Clark gives it up. Martin's three. She got it. And Martin cashes in. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Crooks passes out. That three is good. Jalen Bristow at the end of the first gives Iowa State a little shot of life. The ball movement of Iowa State. They assist a higher percentage of their shots than any other team in Division I basketball. As Crooks turns, plants, and finishes. Dew spinning, pivoting, shoveling in. That is a nifty move from Naimir Dew. Iowa State, a 22-21 lead. Clark didn't take the three. Martin will, and hit.
Caitlin Clark has made terrific decisions in this game.
It's not going to count.
We talk about Caitlin Clark's decision making. Well, here at the end of the quarter, what do you have? A guard who's defended by a quick player and then a big player on the inside. Caitlin Clark is going to take Kate Martin, get out of here. Why? Because if you pause right there, she wants Addie Crooks to be the one who has to come out.
Rebound Stokey, kicks it out. Marshall's three, back iron no. Rebound snared away by her Falter, who lays it in. Only Patricia Hoskins faster. Here is Clark off the screen, fires and hits.
If her feet are set and her body is balanced, it's almost always going in. It's a huge point of emphasis for her this season.
Yeah, Holly, it has. Crooks hits the three.
Addie Crooks shoots 69% from the field. That's a nice stroke, especially for a big player. Steps right into it, and we've seen how good did they look for the last minute of that game against the Celtics.
Incredible. Brown dishes, Jackson hits from three. Back to Stolke. Stolke will fire a three and knock it down. Hannah Stolke showing her range from deep. No Monica Sonano anymore, no McKenna Warnock, so Stolke asked to do more this year for Iowa as Crooks again the finish.
First of all, the catch with the left hand.
Well, speaking of the way his team relies on freshmen, Holly, when you look at their scoring, you're talking about tops in the nation for the percentage of points that come. Bellinger knocks in the long two. She has not been shined by Martin.
Kate Martin is an excellent shot blocker, especially for someone of her size.
Clark's jumper is good, and Caitlin Clark is 3 points away. I know you require it.
I'm glad you didn't go in depth.
Yeah. Nadabu, the footwork, can't finish it, got it back, and lays it in. 3 away from 3,000. Clark, the leaner, is good. Snatched away by Goodman. Here's Marshall with Clark trailing. History in flight, you bet! Caitlin Clark, 3,000 career points. Iowa.
Just the pitch back in transition. Defense closing out on Caitlin Clark. A deep one. We've seen it so many times. And here it gets her over the 3K.
Brent and Ann celebrate. Another moment etched in Iowa history from Caitlin Clark. Clark, a deep one. She got it. Caitlin Clark from way downtown. No call.
It's the trap and tackle defense.
Yeah. Kate Martin can't finish on the interior. Here's Bellinger. Off to Jackson. Good look inside, and Brown on the finish.
All right, experiencing some of the Hilton magic. Look at that beautiful high-low pass finish. We got ourselves.
Caitlin Clark has never won in this building, something she brought up right away to us today. Great backdoor look. Clark to Martin for two.
One of Crook's game is to be comfortable going over her middle shoulder, whatever side she's on.
Oh, Clark, the beautiful pirouette and the finish.
Whatever. We talked about dancing. There it is.
27 from the floor. Scored every Iowa point in the third. Clark surges inside and finishes for this Cyclone team. Bellinger into the paint, banks it in. It's a one-possession game again. 0 for 4 tonight. Here's Brown. She got it. 1-point game. Oh, they're 13 points.
Just a jab step, get enough space where she can her shot to fall. And how about her? There were 3 Iowa players in the paint, and she's the one who came up with the board.
Bellinger connects! Point lead over number 4 Iowa, and this bucket from Bellinger just gave them that lead.
And she got the open look because of a really nice screen.
Rebound banged into the arms of Clark. Clark in transition, always dangerous. Finds the cutter. It's Martin who lays it in.
Credit Caitlin Clark on the defense.
Clark races in, dumps underneath. Beautifully done, and Martin lays it home. Both 35% or under. Clark into the paint, spins around and lays it home. 35 for Caitlin. Clark reached her 3,000th career point in the third quarter of this game. Martin comes up with a steal. Second straight inbound, Iowa stolen, and Martin is fouled on the other end. Molly Davis flicks it ahead to Marshall. We'll see if Iowa State backs off. It looks like they will. Caitlin Clark's going to get that first win at Hilton Coliseum. The Iowa Hawkeyes survive the Cyclones and Hilton Magic. 67-58 the final in a hard-fought Iowa victory. And Caitlin Clark scores 35 points, including the 3,000th of her transformational career.